Hello, it is Saturday, February 24th, 2024. I'm Chris Remode. Welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Saturday crossword, so we're going to be solving a tricky Saturday crossword, a themeless puzzle, maybe, just maybe, the toughest of the week. And this potentially tough edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Dre, Casey Brandt, Michael, and as always, the indomitable Showmaster. So thank you so much to the four of them. They're benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, so they support this channel day in, day out. They keep this whole thing running. I'm very appreciative of that support, as I am of the support to everybody who backs the Patreon campaign. It really does sustain this series. And if you'd like to help out in that way, you can head over to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link, and you'll find there all of the bonus videos available to patrons, and that includes this week's mini puzzle pseudo speed solve as well. So this week we've had the monthly bonus puzzle and the mini puzzle roundup for the last week, so enjoy that. There's also, of course, the official mug for benefactors. Thanks again to everybody who's a patron. Thanks as well if you subscribe to the channel on YouTube, if you like the videos, if you comment on them from time to time. Those things are all very helpful as well. Thanks for that. And finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server, a nice friendly chat community you can join via a description field link. So do consider that. All right. Now let's get on to the crossword. This is a collaborative construction by Rebecca Goldstein and Rafael Musa, who've constructed, I think, around a dozen puzzles each. So relatively experienced constructors, and edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It is a themeless Saturday puzzle. Let's start solving. Blank Jean Covey, protagonist of Jenny Han's To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Oh, I'm actually not sure. What about this? Has a great voice. I think this will be rasps. If you can see the way that great is spelled Grate, so your voice is grating. It's low. It's raspy. So that'll be the answer. Takes the lead in a team project. Runs something maybe. Runs point. That's kind of a phrase people use to mean taking the lead. I'll take point. I'll run point. Not sure, though. Let's keep looking. So exciting. Aha or ah. Opening could be... Is there any chance this isn't rasps? Hybrid fruit akin to an aprium. Is that an apricot and a plum, I guess? Pluot? I have heard of a pluot. In fact, I think I've eaten a pluot. I don't know if I've eaten an aprium. I don't know if the order indicates which one is, that one of the two sort of species is more dominant in the crossbreeding. I don't know. Anyway, this might be pluot. I mean, that's definitely a hybrid fruit name I've heard. In time. Something Lee, maybe. It'll happen in time. It'll happen imminently, that kind of thing. I'm not sure. Dark grape variety. Syrah? That's a wine grape, I believe. And it fits with my Y, which is why I thought of it. Period before sunset with ideal lighting for photography. The golden hour. There we go. That is very famously prized by photographers. Okay, so exciting. So, I mean, it does look like with an A here or an H here. I don't know which I think it is. Probably an A based on this crossing word. In time. Probably with an L then. And what about this 7 down? Opening. Oh, a slot. A slot could be an opening. There we go. And then here we have pink-headed mushrooms in Mario games. Toadstool? No, toad. Not sure. What about the down? Person who's left for short. Person who's left for short. Oh, Democrat in the United States is the left of center party. Okay, so unbeatable. Unbeatable is the best or the GOAT or something. Maybe the GOAT. People love that these days. The greatest of all time. Maybe it is, I don't know. I don't know what I think this is. It could be the best. Flycatcher, a mitt, maybe. Catching a fly ball in baseball with a mitt. Marathon markers of sorts. marathon markers of sorts. So they could be mile markers, but the of sorts makes me think it won't be that. It won't be the most obvious thing. Don't know what I think it is. Probably ends with an S. Coast. To soar in the sky, to coast, maybe? It could be a coast, as in a coastline, a shore, that kind of thing. Not sure. Not sure. Okay, let's go around here. Staying power, legs. You say this idea's got legs. It's got staying power. And to state is to avow, to claim something to be the case. And a big move for short is a relocation. It could be you're moving house. Baseball players cry while being fouled on the shot. Ooh, that's a bit too specific for me to know. This looks like Laura, maybe. Laura Jean Covey could be. Baseball players cry. Oh, eventually. That's the answer here. It'll happen in time. It'll happen eventually. I should have thought of that earlier. I was saying imminently, which wouldn't make sense because that means that, it's about to happen. 12 down participant. And what is 12 down? Landlord's concern. Okay, well, something dealing with a landlord situation could be a tenant here. So participant in a lease or something, a landlord's concern. Rental lease terms? Participant, I don't know. I don't have enough confidence in that. Okay, let's finish this bit off here. Faint reaction, swoon. If you swoon, you go faint. Or you faint, I should say. And then basketball players cry. So if this is Laura and an A, and one and out, I have no idea what this is, sorry. The cabs here. So this is an exclamation point clue, which means the clue is being stated about the answer rather than being a synonym of the answer. You wouldn't swap it out in a sentence. So what cab? It could be a taxi, but I don't know why the cab would be here at a taxi. My second thought was that, especially on a themeless puzzle day, cab could refer not to a taxi cab, but to a cabernet, a wine. But I'm not sure what, wine bar, I don't know. Takes the lead in a team project, right. Okay, let's try runs point, see if that helps us with anything here. The cabs here. Oh, Napa Valley. I think Napa was in the crossword just a few days ago. I don't remember if it was in the context of wine. I don't actually think it was. I think it just was in reference to a place in California. But it is wine country in California. So the Cabernet could be there. And this does look like and one. I don't know what that means if so. Be reasonable. Here now? Probably not. There, here now. I'm not sure. What about this one? That's so kind. Gee. I'm not sure. Feline hybrids. Oh, more hybrids. We have pluots and tigons, tiger-lion hybrids. That one I've heard of as well, along with the pluot. Let's see this. Cop to. To cop to something is to own it, I think you would say, to admit responsibility. Blank Lieberman, former WNBA player and coach known as Lady Magic. More sports today. I do not know, unsurprisingly. Still learning, maybe. If you're still learning something, you're new to it, or new at, I suppose it could be, which looks better because of this N here. Fashion items that may be a bit steep. Stiletto heels. Steep in the sense of being high. Okay, love scene. Tennis, right, okay. So love is a score of 0 in tennis. So the scene where you might find that would be a tennis match. Okay. Things that might hurt you to the core, question mark. Obviously a pun going on here, but I'm not quite sure what it is about. And here we have big brand of coolers. Ooh. Maybe I'll recognize this when I see it, but I'm not sure offhand. Am I? I can't think. Okay, what else? Tough work schedule. A grind, maybe? No, that's not long enough. What about this? Marathon markers of sorts. We saw that. Disclaimer before an uncomfortable question. Uncomfortable question. I don't know. I don't have enough going on yet to figure it out. So landlord's concerned, couldn't eat another bite. I'm full, or I'm couldn't eat another bite. It's interesting that it doesn't say I couldn't eat another bite, which might mean we put that into the answer, because you wouldn't repeat a word from the clue into the answer. So there might be a reason that it's been left out of the clue. I'm something, probably. Perfume named after a pop star. Oh, no idea. Ending with an I, if that's right. I'm right here, you know. Okay, I think the M is correct, because I'm right here, you know, in brackets. Often brackets indicate a sound you might make, like ahem, to indicate I'm right here, you know. So I think that's probably right. Marathon markers of sorts. I still don't have an idea about that. Something bibs? You know, the bibs that they wear with the identifying numbers? It would mark you. Oh, and that would make unbeatable the best. Okay. Are they called race bibs, maybe? Perfume named after a pop star. Pop star. I don't know. I can't think. If one lets go of something, it ends with an S, then lets go of. Oh, I'm set is couldn't eat another bite. I'm set. Would you like more? No, I'm set. Okay, let's go of. And Toadette, I guess, must be the pink-haired mushroom, pink-headed, I should say, mushroom in Mario games. There we go. Classic way to turn a generic character into a female version is use pink or a bow or whatever. Disclaimer before an uncomfortable question. I hate to ask. There we go. That's what it is. Oh, Riri is Rihanna, right? That must be the perfume named after a pop star. Okay. So then landlord's concern is rent, and a participant in rent or rents. I don't know. Winner of Wimbledon 5 consecutive times between Ashe and McEnroe. Ooh, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, coast. Oh, to sail along, to coast along. That's it. That's good. So rent strike. I see. A tenant might be a participant in a rent strike. I see, which would be a concern for a landlord. So concern can mean either something that concerns you in the sense of worrying you, or it can be something that concerns you in the sense of being relevant to you. I suppose in this case it would be both. Okay. Oh, Bjorn Borg must have been this Wimbledon winner. At least I do recognize that name. Okay, adjective that, when its lone vowel is doubled, becomes an advocacy organization. That is GLAAD. GL with two A's. GLAAD. There we go. Is the advocacy organization. And then here we have its influences include the Cuban mambo and Jamaican mento, so ska, influenced by both of these styles or genres. Okay, made a sound with a flute. Oh, clinked. It's a champagne flute. It's not a musical instrument flute. It's a tall glass. You might clink to toast somebody or something. Okay, so Nancy Lieberman must be the answer. Former WNBA player. Okay, and coach known as Lady Magic. There we go. Oh, Yeti coolers. Okay, I have heard of that at least. Maybe in the crossword, but I have heard of it. And things that might hurt you to the core are why do I not see what that is? Question mark. Oh, sit-ups. Your core. You're exercising your core. You're doing sit-ups. There we go. You might ache there. Tough work schedule is a 9. Tough work schedule. Oh, a nighty? Would you call that? I don't know. Let's see. Yanks. Oh, tugs at. You yank something, you tug at it. There we go. So this does look like it's going to be night something, doesn't it? Night shift, but obviously that doesn't fit. There might be a slang term that I don't know for that. Noodles sometimes eaten with mentsuyu sauce. Soba noodles, presumably. So Japanese cuisine there. And then 2 steps ahead of you, maybe on it, and this would be tugs on rather than at. That could be the case. So then two steps ahead of you, on it. Site at a Hawaiian lava flow. Site on a Hawaiian lava flow. A nene, the bird? Let's just try it and see. Oversupply. To oversupply someone might be to sate them, to completely fill them up. And then what requires a charge to use in 2 senses? Some sort of phone. In 2 senses, a charge. Well, we'll come back to that. Let's finish this. Oh, tough. Oh, I see. It's just nights. Your work schedule is nights. If someone says, "What do you work?" I work nights. There we go. That does make sense, and that is how it's used. I just wasn't thinking of a proper context. So that's a T. So then what may go to waste? No. What waste may go to? Compost bin. There we go. So in the sense that compost both receives how do we read this? What may go to waste? Compost bin. No. What waste may go to? I mean, you put organic waste in a compost bin and then it's broken down. So it doesn't, oh, I see. So it doesn't go to waste. I see. So unlike, in the ordinary sort of rubbish bin, that just goes to waste. It goes to a landfill and it is pure waste. Where in the compost bin, waste goes to it, but then it's sort of used functionally. Okay, so I think that's basically what that's getting at. But it's certainly the answer regardless. University overlooking the Hudson River. Is it RPI, Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute? Because I know that's in New York State. I might have mispronounced it. Apologies if so. But I think that's probably the answer. So what about this? What requires a charge to you? Oh, smartphone. What are the 2 senses? What requires a charge to use? In 2 senses. Smartphone. Obviously, you need to charge it. But what else? Requires a charge to use in the sense of a data plan? Maybe that's what it means. This sort of smart functions are largely accessed via the internet, which requires you paying for either internet Wi-Fi service or a cellular data plan. I guess that's probably what it is. I don't know. Asian honorific. Lama, as in the Dalai Lama, but Lama more broadly. Priest. Okay. Tony and Grammy winner Mitchell. Anais, maybe? Not sure. Who says, question mark? If it ends with an N, who says? Oh, Simon. Simon says. That's a game. Simon says. That's what it is. Okay. Opera about an opera singer, Tosca. There we go. So then this was Anais Mitchell. And then here we have ripostes are retorts. You talk back to someone. You offer a riposte or a retort is what I meant to say there. And then cook for Easter, maybe. Cook for Easter, maybe. Fry in oil. I don't know that. Why would that be the case? No, it's not fry in oil. It's hard boil as in eggs so that you can decorate and hide them. That's what that is. Okay. Don't know why fry in oil came to mind first when I was looking at that, but it did. Anyway, I was trying to think, are there any fried Easter foods? No. Oh, I don't know, maybe, but anyway, marble, e.g., an orb is a sphere, an orb, a marble, a sphere. Cousin of a Mariposa lily. Sago is a flower. I feel like these are both things that are referenced in kind of Western contexts, of Western North America, I mean. Mariposa, sago, those sorts of things. So they're probably related. Let's just look at this and see. Emphatic assent. pride go something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Lion is to a pride as blank is to a crash. So pride of lions, pride is a group of lions. A crash of rheas, I guess. I'd never heard that one before. So there we go. Okay. Is that what it is? No, it can't be because lion is singular. So we're going to match the singular bit here. Okay, never mind. So it's a rhino. Oh, okay. Singular rhino. So a crash of rhino. That makes more sense. I was thinking, why would a bird have that kind of thing associated with it? But no, a rhino is a big, enormous rhinoceros is a huge beast that you might describe as a crash of them. Okay, goodness, I say, maybe a sort of quaint exclamation. Take note, you might also say. And then small tips are ones. You might tip somebody with a $1 bill in this context. Time of year for hunting is something season. What kind of season? Is it the name of an animal, maybe? Deer season or something? Price to pay, say. Price to pay, say. Oh, something rate. Not sure. Oh, God. Oh, emphatic assent. Oh, God, yes. There we go. Okay, so it's extremely clear. You're in favor of this thing. Historic husband of Claudia Octavio. Otto? No, that's not right. It would be Octavius if it were that, which is sort of overlapping. But we wouldn't say Otto in this context. That would be more of a sort of, I don't know, Northern European thing. Anyway, sorry, let's keep looking. Symbol of life. An ankh. In Egyptian mythology, the ankh is a symbol of life. Price to pay, say. Oh, market rate. The market determines the kind of accepted going rate. Okay. So time of year for hunting it's not deer season. It's, not sure. What about this one? This is Nero, historic husband of Claudia Octavia. There we go. Okay, Nero. I mean, I have to be honest. I didn't remember that by her name, but with the RO, it must be. Okay, Fast X or Fast 10, I guess. Actor John Cena was in that one. Okay. And be reasonable. Oh, come now. Did I say that before? I don't think I did. I think I said here now before. Come now. I thought here now sounded a bit awkward. So I was just on the wrong track. This is the correct answer, obviously. Oh, open season. Time of year for hunting. It's open season. You do hear that said. That's what it is, of course. And then organization that regulates fertilizers is the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency. Okay, great. So that's it. That was the Saturday crossword. I would say this is about what difficulty level I would probably broadly expect from a Saturday crossword. But let me know. I'm always curious to know. Let me know in the comments or the Daily Solve Discord chat server if you felt similarly. Definitely had bits that I could just put right in, lots of bits where I didn't, and had to kind of jump around the grid a bit, come back to things, infer things, sometimes infer incorrectly, and rethink it. I think doing this series on videos, making me better at putting things in that might be wrong, but then remembering that I could rethink them. Whereas when I solve puzzles on my own, not for video, I don't put anything in unless I'm completely sure about it. So I much more quickly run through the grid and put in all the low-hanging stuff first. I don't really do that so much on the video, but I think it's made me better at remembering that maybe I wasn't sure about something before. And then changing it, like tugs on was an example of that. I think there were a few others. You often get clues like this. Oh, yeah, new at, so new to, new at, tugs on, tugs at. These are things where there's really no reason it couldn't be the other thing. You just have to get it through crosses, so it's worth remembering that you might be wrong. And that's a good thing for me to remember in solving these crosswords on video. But there we go. That was the Saturday crossword. Nice. I thought somewhat tricky Saturday puzzle. Again, let me know what you thought. I'll be back tomorrow with the Sunday crossword. It shouldn't be quite so difficult, but it will be large. So Big themed jumbo grid. Join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.